An appointment in the Outlook calendar is a block of time that applies only to me. Unlike a meeting, which involves more people, an appointment is a single item, like a dentist appointment. Let's dive right in and make an appointment, and we'll put a reminder on it. From the Home ribbon tab, click New Appointment, though it's much easier and faster to find the right date and time slot on the calendar and double-click right inside of it. To get started, put in the subject of your appointment. I can put in a location, though I don't have to. And I can click the calendar icon if I need to change the start or end time of the event. I can do the same with the time slot. This is going to be an hour, so I'll click the end time and change it. I can click my mouse inside the body of the calendar entry and add some details about it. I can also format this text. I can click and drag and highlight the text and work with it just like I could any email. In fact, I can change to the Format Text tab and get some more options, like borders and shading. Let's change to the Insert tab. From here, I can attach files, create tables, insert pictures, even charts. I'll change back to the Appointment tab for now, because there's a few more things that we can do with this. The first one is show how it appears on my calendar. Because I'm going to be at this meeting, I do want it to show me as busy. This means that if someone is looking at my schedule to know if they can book me for a meeting, I want them to know I'm going to be unavailable. I can click the pull-down arrow next to Reminder to choose a default time for my reminder. I can even set it to none if I don't want a reminder for this event. I can also toggle the time zones field on and off. Clicking time zones will show or hide the time zone bar, in which I could choose another time zone if the event is occurring somewhere else. I can categorize my event just like I could categorize an email. Finally, I can make it a private event. If I mark the event as private, somebody else that has access to my calendar won't be able to see this event. Because this event is going to happen every week at the same time in the same place for the same duration, I'm going to click Recurrence to make it a recurring event. I need to decide how often it's going to happen. Is the pattern daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly? This happens every week on a Friday. So I'll select weekly, and it occurs one time on Friday. I can play around with these numbers. For example, if it happens once a week, 2 days a week, I can place additional checkboxes. Finally, I need to decide when my event is going to end. It can end after a certain amount of occurrences, it can end on a certain date, or it can just be a perpetual event that has no end date, and when I'm ready to stop the event, I can just delete it from my calendar. I'll click OK, and then I'll click Save and Close. My appointment has been created. I can tell that it's a recurring event because of the little round circular icon with arrows on the bottom right-hand side of it. To edit the event, I can double-click on it. I'm prompted which one I want to open, just this particular event on the 29th or the entire series. For now, I'll open up just this one event and click OK. Let's say I need to update this list every week to show who's attending. I can make my change, click Save and Close, and this one particular event has been changed. However, I can also double-click and edit the entire series if I want to make a change to a major detail. For example, I can change the subject. I'll click Save and Close, and I can see that it's been changed. Let's create one more appointment. This time, we're going to make it an all-day event. I have a supervisor coming on site, and I want to remind myself on the calendar. So once again, I could change back to the Home ribbon tab and click New Appointment. But at the very top of the calendar list, you'll notice it has a much larger area with no time slot. I'm going to double-click inside there. I'll change my subject. I can set the start and end date. You'll notice that I can't change the time slots, and now All-Day Event has a check mark next to it. In the Show As, I want to make sure it remains as free. I'm putting this on my calendar just to remind myself that this person is going to be on site, but I don't want it to affect my scheduling. And if somebody looks at my calendar, I want them to feel free to schedule meetings with me. I'll click Save and Close. And here I can see my all-day event has been created.